Congratulations on potentially making an offer on a home here in Manitoba. I wanted to talk a little bit about what the multiple offer situation looks like in Manitoba, what the process is, and kind of how to avoid overpaying for a house or, the things that are kind of scary about the situation. So when people are referring to a multiple offer situation, that means that more than one offer comes in on the same day and they get presented to the seller at the same time. And so that would be if you and one or two or five other people wrote an offer with their agent on the same day, delivered it to the listing agent, and then the listing agent collected all of them and then showed the seller every single one at the same time. So you'll see it's very common if a listing has something in the description that says offers accepted on Monday, December 18th, 2019 at 7 p.m. That means that anyone who wants to make an offer has to put an offer in writing and have it to the listing agent by 7 p.m. on that day. The listing agent collects them all and then gives them to the seller, and they go through each one of them. In Manitoba, we're not allowed to discuss other offers. So for example, if you wrote an offer and then another person wrote an offer at the same time, nobody is allowed to disclose to you what that offer is, and nobody is allowed to disclose to the other person what your offer is, and so it stays completely confidential. You do have to be informed that you are competing with another offer though, so you can't, it's not, a situation won't arise where you write an offer, they don't accept your offer because there was another one but you didn't know beforehand. You always will be informed if there's another offer on the table, otherwise it's just yours. So essentially what happens is, because there's one or two or five offers on the table with the sellers, they will go through each offer and pick likely the top two offers. Sometimes they'll pick the top one if it's got everything that they want and they'll just accept that one. Sometimes, if there's two that are very close, they may go back to each of them and say, you know what, you're very close to what we want. Are you willing to come up a little bit more in price, or are you willing to change this condition or your possession date or your deadline for something? So sometimes you get that opportunity. I'm going to say that that's not common. Most of the time, sellers will pick the top offer and they will call them back and say, hey, can you change this and this and this about your offer, but we like the price or we like the possession. And if those people are willing to change those things, then that offer gets accepted. So in a multiple offer situation, why it's so scary is because you don't know what the price of the other offers are. So if there's five offers, potentially all of them could be below list price, all of them could be at list price, or it could be selling for $20,000 more. You don't know. And so the one way to keep you safe in that situation as a purchaser of a home is to ask your agent to do a market evaluation of the home. So your agent should be telling you what the home is going to sell for or what the home is worth. Then it's up to you if you're comfortable with that number, or if you've got an idea of what you're comfortable paying for the house, depending on what's wrong with it, if it needs new shingles, whatever. You write a number that you're comfortable with. You may not get the house, but you also will not have buyer's remorse later on when you realize, we don't have any room left in our budget to replace the windows, and that needs to be replaced in that house, or whatever the issue is. So that's my advice. That's what I always tell my clients. Yes, sometimes it's very discouraging because you'll miss out on an opportunity to purchase a house that maybe you're super in love with. But my opinion is that if you are in love with a house, I want to make sure that you're going to be in love with it even when you go to sell it in 2, 5, 10, 20 years. And that means ensuring that you don't overpay for it. You're not going to be in love with it when you go to sell it in 2 years and you can't get what you paid for it back out of it, right? So that's one way to kind of keep you safe in that situation. Multiple offer situations aren't always, super hectic and crazy, and like people call it a bidding war. In Manitoba, it's really not a bidding war. You don't know what other people are bidding, and so you can definitely get emotional about the house and get attached and get excited and want to win it, but at the end of the day, whatever number the house is worth and whatever number you're comfortable with is the number that you should be writing on the offer. Yeah.